I'd like to use this design to demonstrate how you can print a GCAD Plus landscape design containing colour to black and white. And I'm in layout space now. The space is an A2 sheet at a scale of 1 to 100, and I want to print this design and not show any colour whatsoever. So we can do that by File and Print, and I can set a window up around the area that I want. But notice I'm going to a BullZip PDF printer. That's a PDF writer, and I've gone into the properties and I've picked Cut Change, and I'm going to a landscape, made sure I've got the sheet correct, and go further in, and here I've ticked this box. By default it'll print colour, just choose black and white, and we'll OK that. So we're now ready to plot, and I've set up in fact a window so I can just go OK, and I should be able to overwrite on my desktop a PDF file that'll be called GCAD Plus Drawing. So I'll save it and overwrite it, and what we hope to see is that there is no colour. So let's get rid of the advertising material and we'll zoom in. So these plants here had colour, as did a few in the front entrance, and now they're gone. We've got nice high resolution. Let me just pan down a little and pan across, and maybe we'll zoom in on this area with View and Zoom, a marquee zoom. Just have a look at this area here, because you might be interested to see that the paving bricks from here have a heavier line thickness than the symbols. The reason for that is that one of the layers in this drawing has line weight set away from the default. Let me just go back, cancel from here now, and we'll go back into GCAD Plus. We'll go back into the model and zoom in here on that area of interest. Notice I pick one of those paving bricks, and line weight is set by layer. So if I come in here, can you see that the layer is set to 0.25, and you would think, since the default line thickness is set by default in GCAD Plus is set at 0.25, you might think, well, how come that prints in a heavier line thickness? Well, the reason for that is because this is on an A2 sheet, I've changed the line weight, the default line weight setting. I want some fine lines here, and I've set the default to 0.09 of a millimetre, or if I was working metric, it would be 0.004. And the layer that the paving bricks are on stays at 0.25. So by default, these paving bricks here are going to print line weight by layer, and the thickness of the layer they're on is 0.25, whereas everything else is going to print. Let me dive in here and have a look at it. The line thickness here will be also done by layer, and if I look at the line thickness on layer 0, it's plotting with the default, and remember we set the default value to 0.09. So there's a complex interrelationship between line weight settings and your default settings. So it's well worth being alert to this, and for most beginners, just leave everything with the line weight set default. Then if you're on any sheet of paper and your print is coming out too heavy, you just set the default back. And that's a much simpler way to work than to work hard at assigning line weights on each and every layer in the design. So that helps make clear that relationship between line thickness, layer, and changing the default line weight setting.